Hey y'all, this is Big Country with Big Country Survival. Pre-made survival kits. I'm talking everything like from the UST 3-day, 3-person kit down, on to the, really anything that and above, or anything that and below down, clear on down to the sardine can survival tins. I don't care for them. Now, to be perfectly honest, I don't own one. I never have. I don't even own a pre-made first aid kit. For one reason, there's too much money. There's too much money for what you get. I've seen enough reviews to know, hey, I can make this myself cheaper or make something comparable. Coffee. Okay, so that's my big thing against them. I don't want to spend all that money for nothing or for something I can do cheaper. There is one reason that I see people who want to get them. One reason I can kind of understand, and it's people that don't know anything really about preparedness. They're new to it. It's going to be their first step, right? And if you watched my video before, first step, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you make that first step, and you make the second step, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, etc., etc. Okay, it doesn't matter. America. Okay? It doesn't matter. So, my big thing, I can build it cheaper, right? You can build it cheaper even if you're new to preparedness. I'm going to tell you what you need in a 72-hour pack. First off, you're going to need water. And a means to purify water. That's two things. You're going to need something to carry all this stuff in. You're going to need shelter, fire, food, medical, defense. Okay, so start off. Something to put it in. Go on sportsmansguide.com. And I don't get supported by these guys. I just think a lot of their stuff, you can get good quality stuff for relatively low pricing. Okay, when you buy the military surplus, used military surplus, that is. Okay, so first off the bat, those East German rucksacks, they're good quality bags. Okay, they are. I own I have bought 6 of them, and you can get a 3-pack of them right now for like $13. When I bought 3 of the ones that I did, it was like $9 for $9 for 3 of them. They're good quality. They are used, but they're good quality gear. Okay, so there's something to put it all in, right? You divide that up by, like 1/3 of the $9. That's $3. That ain't bad. That's really freaking good. Shoot, even if it's like the what would it be like, $4.50? Let's just go $4.50 for the $13. $4.50 for that. The Serbian mess kits, I got a 2-pack of them, and that's a means to carry water and purify water by boiling. Also means to cook your food, things like that. That was like $9 for 2 of them. So that's $4.50, $4.50. There, you've got 3 things in that whole list taken care of for under $10. That's $9. You've got 3 things taken care of right there, right off the bat. Now, you can add some water purification tablets to that. Most of them, one, it's a quart canteen, one one of the tablets will purify 1 quart of water. That's where they're designed for and all that. So that's easy. All right, and you don't need all of the water purification tablets that typically come in it in the packs. So that would be even cheaper. And water purification tablets aren't that expensive either. Can't remember how much I bought the last set I bought. So you've got that. Now, shelter. You can go to Walmart, buy an Ozark Trail tarp, and a couple of ponchos and a space blanket for not a lot of money. You can go buy the space blankets and like the space blanket shelter deal for not a lot of money. And the disposable rain ponchos, like what was in the UST deal, they were like 89 cents a piece. And they're a one-time use. You got to be careful, They're really thin and chintzy. You could even go and buy trash bags, and you can do a lot of the same thing with like a heavy-duty garden trash bag, like a yard and garden trash bag, or the contractor grade bags. Those would be good. You can make them into little poncho deals, and if you've got like a boonie hat, or a cowboy hat or something, it's really nice. Your arms aren't protected, but it will work. So you can do something like that as well. Put some contractor's bags in there. That's fine. Throw some extra ones, and then, you've got your shelter all taken care of. You might still want to get some space blankets or something, but, you just make that call. But that's not a whole lot of money down there, right there. You could even go to Dollar Tree and get their tarps. They've got like chintzy blue tarps, and that would do the same thing for $1, like an 8x6 blue tarp for $1. And it's water resistant. It's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. So it will be better than nothing. Food. You don't have to buy survival bars, survival rations. You can buy like the bags of rice, like the individual bags of rice, like 2 servings a piece for like $1 a piece. You could buy things like that. You could buy the UST survival bars that are like $5 for a day's worth of calories. Either one, You could go so many ways. You could even buy ramen, although ramen does have a fairly short shelf life. You can buy a lot of ramen real cheap, and if you eat ramen anyway, you can rotate it out and it would be fine. It doesn't take up a lot of weight. I'd throw some like Vienna sausages or something, or even like some deviled ham or something like that, or the single serving tuna packets. I'd throw some of that in there too, just to give you a little variety. And a little protein. But you can do stuff like that, and that's not a whole lot of money there. So we've got water, food, shelter, purifying water, all the water's taken care of, shelter's taken care of, food's taken care of. What do we have left? We've got our medical. Alright, so our medical, you can go to Dollar Tree and get gauze and Band-Aids and the generic Neosporin and A&D ointment and hydrogen peroxide, rubbing alcohol, aspirin. All of these things, you can get all this stuff for like $1 a piece. So you can build a pretty decent first aid kit for cheap at, Dollar Tree. It will get the job done, right? It will help. So now what we've got left is fire. Yes, you can go ferro rod. You can get like the dollar UST like knife or machete ferro rod combo. Could do something like that. Something like that, and that would have both your defense partially taken care of and your fire taken care of. Um, defense is one thing that you're gonna have a hard time getting it good on, and still making this bag under $50, right? Because personally, I want at least a pistol. Although that wasn't in any of the survival kits anyway, so um, that doesn't really matter for the sake of this argument. Or you could go to Harbor Freight. You could get their machete. That is your defense. And then your fire, you can go and pick up a pack of these. And you can put like an O-ring around here or some pieces of jute cord or something. That's another thing you can get at Dollar Tree, would be good for your shelter, good for fire, as well as like that jute cord. You can wrap that around there. Or there's an O-ring, get an O-ring to put around here, something like that, just to keep that from happening in your pocket or in your bag, and or that button from getting depressed and letting loose all your lighter fluid. Just something that you can put around there to keep that from getting pushed in, right? You could go pick up a pack of these for not a lot of money, little Bic lighters. That ain't bad. Just put them in a little Ziploc sandwich baggie or something, or put them in two. Just something to keep them out of the water. Although those bags that I mentioned, those are they are rubberized on the inside, so you're good there. All right, that'll keep a lot of the moisture out. Another thing from Harbor Freight you could do, you could get like their freaking Rambo knife that's like a 9-inch blade knife, and it's got a little mini survival kit in it. Which I don't buy that stuff for the survival kit. I buy it because it's a cool looking knife, right? But there's something else you could do, like the machete. I was looking in a Harbor Freight catalog. It's like $9 for a big old machete that has a saw blade on the back. I mean, you guys can do this. That's not a whole lot of money. All of that I just mentioned, that's not really a lot of money. And it's better, in my opinion, than that UST deal. It's a lot more comprehensive. Anyway. And you could get a, 100 feet or 50 feet of paracord for like $9. You could probably get it cheaper going like through military surplus stuff. As far as the amount. But you don't really necessarily need paracord. I like paracord. I do a lot of stuff with paracord. But you don't necessarily need it. Get some jute cord, even some of that like chintzy plastic cord like was in my coat. Like I mentioned, have it in my coat. And this did not cost me any money. I literally went to Lowe's and grabbed it for something else that I was going to buy. And, I grabbed it to tie plastic around there. You could also get the plastic there too and use it for shelter after the fact, right? And they have it there for free, right? If you buy this thing, to cover it up and keep it out of the weather. Anyway, there's a lot of things you can do. I hope this was useful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment section below if you liked it. If you didn't like it, I don't care. Just give me a little feedback here. This is Big Country with Big Country Survival, signing out. God bless.